All right, today we are doing something that I have not done on this channel, and I haven't seen a lot of people do these. I know I'm late to the tier making game, but we are doing the 2020 presidential nominations or candidates tier list. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way right now. On this list, we do not have Tom Steyer and we do not have Michael Bloomberg. So, because we don't have those candidates, I'm going to go ahead and rank them now. I believe those are the only candidates that we're missing because they jumped in the race late. Michael Bloomberg is going to be in D tier, and Tom Steyer will be slightly above him in C tier. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and get on with this video. So the first person is Wayne Messam. Of course, Wayne Messam's no longer in the race. He's no longer with us. Rest in peace, Wayne Messam. He didn't actually die, but he is no longer in the race. The next candidate we have is Andrew Yang. And I actually really like Andrew Yang, as many of you know. He's not S tier, but he's close. He's an A tier candidate. I enjoy his presence on the debate stage when he's on there. Of course, Andrew Yang always brings great ideas to the table. UBI, I like how bold that is of a proposal. It wants to decriminalize drugs. Excuse me. I love the freedom dollars. The idea that publicly funded elections should be a thing. That's an awesome idea. And because of that, we're gonna put Andrew Yang in A tier. So I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I have no idea who this guy is, and if he was in any of the debates, I'm sorry, dude, but I do not remember you. He looks like a centrist. We're gonna put him in no longer with us because I'm assuming he dropped out of the race. If he didn't, then you were so relevant that you might as well drop out of the race. Right here we have Mike Gravel, I believe. He actually is a really progressive voice. He's from Alaska, I believe. But he was a really progressive figure. Of course, he really wasn't running to be president. He's just kind of like a get your ideas out there kind of guy. But he's very, very progressive, and I agree with most of his policy positions. I've heard that he wants to actually ban drones and stuff like that, which I support. And now we have Tulsi Gabbard. A lot of people talk shit about Tulsi Gabbard because she voted present on the impeachment trial, which that is going to bump her down a little bit. I think she is below Andrew Yang, but only slightly. So she's a heavy B to light A. She is right there. But Tulsi, I love her ideas of ending regime change wars. She's a really progressive candidate. She doesn't support Medicare for all, and neither does Yang. She supports Medicare Plus, and Andrew Yang is for a public option. So those are kind of positions that hold them back from being S-tier candidates. And also Tulsi's impeachment vote for president, kind of weird. I don't know why you do that. I don't think it's because she believed that he didn't. I think she said it was not because she didn't believe that he did anything or he wasn't wrong, but I don't know. A bunch of confusing stuff that I really have no clue what she's talking about. It's just a really confusing whole situation. So, yeah, I'm going to put her in B tier. She's a good candidate, but not the best. Next, we have John Delaney, centrist of all centrist. And if I do not, if I'm remembering this correct, I'm pretty sure he's like, he's a big sellout. Before the billionaires jumped in the race, he was the richest self-funded candidate. So because of that, and I don't like money in politics, we're going to put him in F tier. He brings no policies. He's really boring, and he's kind of awful. We're going to go ahead and skip a couple of these front runners because, you know, there's guys that have dropped out of the race. So I'm going to go ahead and get those guys done because it'd be a really boring second half of the video if half the guys have already dropped out. So we're going to fill those in. This guy, can't remember his name. Very sure he dropped out. Gillibrand dropped out. Hickenlooper dropped out. People to judge should drop out. Marianne Williamson, she's no longer with us, but she was a pretty decent candidate. I'd probably put her in B tier with Tulsi. A little bit on the hippie side, but I mean, she's pretty all right. Kamala Harris is no longer with us. If she was, then she'd probably be a D or C tier. Kind of just middle of the road. Beto, no longer with us. If he was, he'd probably be in like C tier. This guy, no clue who he is. He's no longer with us. This guy, have no clue who he is. No longer with us. All of these candidates, they all look the same, and I'm pretty sure they all have like the same policies that I have no idea who they are. Julian Castro, he is no longer with us, but if he was, I'd probably put him in C, but kind of the same situation with Tulsi, where she's high B, low A, right in that kind of center, but just not high enough to put B tier. I'd probably put him in that high C range. Cory Booker, no longer with us. Probably put him in C tier. Eric Swalwell, no longer with us. He's a D tier candidate. Maybe F tier. I really did not enjoy his presence. All right. Now we've got the candidates that are left. So let's go ahead and get through this. We're going to start out from the back end this time, and we're going to work our way to the GOAT. I'm sure you guys can guess who's going to be in S tier, but we'll get there. Why did I put Mike Gravel on S tier like he's still in the race? Mike Gravel actually dropped out too. So I'm going to take him out of S tier, even though I really agree with his positions and I follow him on Twitter. He's a great guy. But, yeah, he's no longer with us. So you cannot be in S tier. That's just fair. Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren was, coming into the election, Elizabeth Warren was my second favorite candidate. That was until I learned more about Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard. Since then, I think she's been overtaken. She is a little bit of a liar and a little bit of a snake. So I'm hovering above C tier. But, I mean, I'm going to put her in B tier because she still does have a little bit of progressive ideas. She still wants to make college, cancel a little bit of student loan debt. And she takes a lot of half measures, but at the end of the day, she still is a progressive face in the race. So I guess we'll put her with Tulsi in B tier. Amy Klobuchar. Sorry. I don't even know how you've made it this far. F tier for Amy Klobuchar. I do not like Amy Klobuchar one bit. Pete Buttigieg. F tier. He's bad too, man. He's awful. Just middle of the road. Not even really middle of the road. He's kind of conservative on a lot of issues. And everyday videos surface on Twitter of him saying something that has not aged very well. And I just can't get behind Pete Buttigieg. He also takes a lot of billionaire money, a lot of corporate PAC money. He's Wine Cave Pete for a reason. Also, stay tuned for another Pete Buttigieg slander video coming out later, either today or tomorrow. I don't know really when I'm going to post that, but be prepared for that. So go ahead and subscribe if you hate Pete too, and we can get together and hate Pete together. But in all honesty, yeah, Pete's not good. He's an F tier candidate. Let's go. Let's go Joe Biden. Joe Biden's bad, right? But I think I'd be more upset if Pete Buttigieg got the nomination than Joe Biden. Because, I don't know, Joe Biden's D tier, but he's low D tier. He's almost F. He has a lot of gaffes, but I kind of feel bad for him, so I'm giving him points because I feel bad because his brain's melting as we speak. All right, now what the race is going to come down to, hopefully, Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders. Where am I going to place these two? So, what the hell? As you can probably expect, okay, Donald Trump is not removed from office. Donald Trump's F tier. This guy, it seems like every day he does some more dumb shit, and his supporters love him, and for the life of me, I cannot understand why, because he is hurting the working class day in and day out, and he's doing just awful things at the some some of the trade stuff that he's done is awful. He has little care for environmental regulation, and he doesn't even believe in climate change. I have no love in my heart for Donald Trump. So he's F tier, clearly. And we got Bernie Sanders, the GOAT. All right, we're going to put him in C tier real quick. And then we scroll up. And there you go. S tier, Bernie Sanders is the GOAT. Go out, vote for Bernie this election. And if you're not really feeling the burn, then vote for Andrew Yang or Tulsi Gabbard or I guess Elizabeth Warren. But there's no C tier candidates. There's a definite drop off between 4 progressive faces and then the rest of the bunch. Elizabeth Warren, honestly, C tier. There we go. That's my final list. I'd said it. Elizabeth Warren, she's a lying snake. She's going to turn on the American people and the working class too. So this is my tier list. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope everyone has a great day. If you guys want to make a tier list like this, then I might just throw this link in the description so you guys can make your own. And go ahead and tweet that at me. My Twitter is ClayGFreeze. I'll throw that up on the screen right here. And y'all can tweet that at me. Tell me who your favorite candidate is. Show me your tier list. Let me know what you think. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe if you want to. If you're feeling happy, that'd be awesome. But you don't have to. That's up to you. But I hope everybody has a great day. I'm out. Peace.